Today on Penny Help Jess, we're going to look at a few items I have recently picked up on eBay, and we're going to call this video What Can Be Done on a Budget? Collecting pennies on a budget. So, as of lately, I'm assuming it's because, well, I shouldn't assume, but because they're stopping to make the penny soon, that pennies have went up slightly. Now, I think that's a pretty good assumption because other things that I purchase have went down recently. One good example of this is sports cards and Pokemon cards. Their prices have went down recently, but the penny sales appears to have been up. So with that said, I said, oh, why don't I pick up some rolls, right? I can't really think of much better value than getting 50 for much less than you would buy 50 of them. There's very few things I could think of that come inside. If you go buy silver rounds or silver dollars on anywhere, they're the same. 1 or 20 is it's the same price. You might get $5 off on 20 of them. So whatever, $800-ish. Maybe you'll go down to 8, 7, 9. You know what I'm saying? Maybe you'll get $5 off, but that's about it. But when it comes to pennies at this point in time, when you buy a tube or a roll, the cost is significantly lower. I mean, I'll be honest with you, I kind of did a pretty deep dive search. And after I purchased we're going to look now. We're going to confirm or deny my thesis, my opinion, my theory. I looked for the lowest copper, uncirculated. I think these are what do I have them down as? Excuse me, not uncirculated. BU, which is supposed to be brilliant uncirculated pennies, right? So now, if you've been watching the channel, you know that I also keep BUs. My MSs are really closer to what BU you'll get on. I have one here. When I do my penny roll hunts on eBay, I put my BU pennies into an M. I have my grading a little bit off, but it's for my own, just so I can keep things correct in my head. So these are like my BUs. These are I do myself and I find on eBay. These are all of the same, right? So it takes me about 4 or 5 months to fill one of these up, right? So that's a long time and a lot of penny roll hunting. Meanwhile, how much did I pay for each one of these? I'll tell you in a second. And then we'll see if I overpaid, underpaid, paid just right. So this is the last, what I'm calling BU penny that I found on penny roll hunting. All right. And let's look at what one of their, and all the rolls are 1977 Denvers. And let's look at what the 77 Denvers. So I guess 50 penny goes right to the top. It looks like the person might have actually put an extra penny in it. I don't think I don't know. I didn't think it was that high, but maybe they put an extra penny in. So if one of them comes out not so good, you got a penny. It's like, shut up. Here's your penny. We'll give you an extra one. All right. This is what they're calling BU from the eBay purchase. Oh, it has a die clash. Oh, it looks like it does. Maybe I'm wrong. I can't tell. Well, I mean, looks good to me. That looks pretty nice. So that looks nicer than just about anything you'll find penny roll hunting. Like I said, except for maybe one every, I don't know. Maybe I'll find one, like I find when I compare that one to this one, they're pretty close. This one has like less scratches on it. Looks a little, they look a little different if you put them side by side. Is that because they cleaned theirs? I don't know. I got to this discussion with one of my members before, and he kind of convinced me that it was not cleaned or anything like that. The sides were dirty on this roll that I got. He said, no, that happens sometimes. And since then, it's true. I have found some that were very clean or brilliant or shiny on the surface. And then on the edges, they were dark. So shout out to Eric Kenai Collectibles. He's been, he's been there for me for well over a year that this channel has been on. And it's people like him that have really helped steer me in the right direction. So thank you, Kenai Collectibles. So you're kidding me? The one I took out was a 73. I didn't even realize that. What is the absolute chance of that? No, I'm telling you, I didn't. If I planned it out, I couldn't have planned it out better. I'm dead serious. I didn't know it was a 73. Thank God it's not a D, or I would have got them confused. Okay, so now we got two. Let's look at the next one. Oh, and then we'll look at some other ones from the other. Because I did notice some of them were either dirty or dark. Had some environmental stuff on them. I wish that was a die crack. It's not. Is it? It's a scratch. It's a hair. It looks like a hair. Oh, it's probably a scratch. All right, so pretty nice condition. So of course the big question is, how much did I pay, right? Now let's first look for 1973 D Lincoln Memorial cent, 50 pennies, 50. Okay, and that should take us to a roll of. All right, let's get this up there. All right, let me pull. I'm going to put you on the screen so you can see what I'm seeing. So the first thing that comes up is $6 plus $4.50 shipping. Probably if you buy more, they combine shipping. Most places are $1 per extra roll. And here we have 8 plus $6.55 shipping. Here we have 10 plus $4.50 shipping. Here we got 5, 6, $6.50, 10. Here's an auction. I'll watch that. See, I mean, if you're only buying one, though, you're paying $5.50. That's the only thing. Like I said, I'll watch it, but all right, here we go. We got 20, 11. So the prices are all over the place, okay? Last one has $6 plus $5 shipping. Last one, 9 sold. So I bought all of the ones they had for sale for that they had for sale of the 1973 Ds. Okay? I bought all of them. I paid $24 for 6. So 6 times 4 is 24. And that's shipped. I think it was shipped. 35 total, 24 plus 11. That's shipped. Okay? So $24 shipped. And that's the other coin. I paid $11 for the I paid $11 for the other coin from Hyatt Coins. Shout out to Hyatt Coins. And they combined shipping. It was easy peasy. All right. So let's go back to the other. I paid $4 shipped. So you might say, oh, yeah, but so let's go to lowest first, right? I mean, how much can you, maybe you can get them for $4 shipped. Let's see. No, man, lowest. All right. So let me take out some stuff here. Let me take out the D. Let me take out Copper Memorial Cent. Copper Memorial. All right. So that's leaving our search a little. The less things you have in your search, the more items are going to come up. So the more specific you are, the fewer items. So I took out a few things. So it should go from 10 to, so it went from 10 to 41. Here came that. Now it's 41. It was 10 items. Now it's 41 items. So see how far it went up? All right. And here's that $1. So even this is more than what I paid shipped. This is at $1 because of the shipping, I'm saying. Okay, so as soon as you go up, the absolute cheapest row here, these are $10. It says best offer. That probably go to 9. I doubt they're going 9. And these are D's. Not D's, D-E-E-Z. I'm not showing D's. I'm showing V's, T-H-E-S-E. For you smarties out there. So I'm gonna say that the lowest you get them on eBay, and this is free delivery. So guess what? No matter what, you're not getting them for. You're not getting the shipping discount. Do you understand that? This guy here, who's the lowest, right, at $5.50 plus $3.99 shipping. Maybe every other one after you buy the first one, maybe it's $1 per roll for shipping, right? If he has multiple, let's click. Does he have multiple? He has 2 more available. All right. Like I said, I got 6. I showed you I bought 6. How about this guy? Well, this guy probably has a ton of them. It doesn't matter. It's free shipping. See how smart he is? He's not giving shipping discounts. He's not wasting any time. He's not giving you discounts on your purchases. He does have best offer, so maybe, he'll do a little bit better on some extra. Let's say he goes down to 8, which usually these big people, they don't go down much, man. Sometimes they'll go down a 25 cents. But let's say he goes down to $8 on multiple 2, 3, 4, 5, 10. He'll be the lowest at $8 because this guy is just about 10. He's 9.49. Okay, so let's say he went down to $8. That's it. Okay, so what's the point here? That I got a good deal. That to find deals is really hard now for pennies. That's the point. Now watch this. Oh man, this is gonna blow your mind. I'm gonna take out roll, and we're just gonna look for a 1973 BU cent. We're gonna go back to. We're gonna click on one of these. We're gonna put in. We're gonna cut and paste. Okay, now we are on. How many searches? We got 511 1973 BU cents. With this guy wanting $400 for this penny he found in the street. Okay, of course that's more of a joke. We're gonna go lowest first, okay? Okay. Last one. Selling all day long. Now, then $1.45. All right, now these are here. These are with the eBay shipping, which is under $20. It's like putting a stamp on. I think it's like 45 cents or something like that. All right, let's see. All right, here. 68 sold at $1.50. And these aren't the Denvers. But he sold 68 of these at $1.50. He sold 68 at $1.50. Now, I just picked up 50 for $4 shipped. Okay, so I'm not bragging or anything, but what I'm saying is if he sold 60 at 68 at $1.50, and I picked up 50 at 40. So at what point does this go up to $2? I'm gonna say on eBay, you're not gonna get a penny, more or less, a copper penny, a brilliant uncirculated copper penny on eBay as of 2027 for under $2. That's my prediction. Put it on your calendar. Give me a call, February, March 2027, and let me know if you can find a truly brilliant uncirculated penny for under $2 on eBay. I doubt it. So if you got 50 of them and you sell them for $2 a piece, that's $100. So I mean, the math is very obvious, right? So I don't have to go into that. So it becomes more and more apparent that some of these purchases, and again, it looks like he even gave me 51 because that doesn't make any sense. I don't know how you did it. All right, there's a space in this one. It's like no space in that. I want to put it back in the same where I got it from, though. I don't want to change it out. All right, let's put that back. Now let's look at a few of the pennies from another roll and just look at what some people are calling brilliant circulated. And then we'll go on to the next purchase. All right, they just fall. He's putting an extra penny in these. He definitely does. He doesn't even want to be bothered. Well, good. Thank you. It looks like now what? No, it's not. It's a scratch. Yeah, it's a pretty deep scratch. Okay, so what's the other thing that can be done with when you get pennies that have mint marks? Well, you want to look for repunched mint marks, and one of the things I gotta say is that a lot of these big sellers, man, they're not looking at every penny, man, underneath a microscope. I'm telling you that, or a loop. Let me look at this one under the loop, just since I'm just talking about it. All right, call me nuts. This thing's got a. It's funny. I don't know if I picked up the same penny or not. I looked through a couple of them the other day, and yeah, I think it's the same roll. What's the chance of that? Well, anyway, let me look at a third one because sometimes they'll be from the same roll and you'll get the same error. Yeah, I don't know. Both of these have the same thing going on with it. This penny here. So one of the things that you will also notice is that not all the pennies will meet your expectations, and I think that's something you just have to accept. For some reason, this penny's really dark, but it does have a cool looking appearance on one side. Okay, but again, one of the things that you look for on the Denvers and the San Francisco's are repunched mint marks, and both of these pennies have something going on inside of the D. Inside, so they would be very good to put under a microscope and then to do a little especially if they all have the same error or close to it, like the has the something going on the inside of the D. I would probably do some more research on it then. I'm not going to do it right now. Obviously, this isn't a microscope. And even my loop just shows me that there's something going on inside. It looks like extra metal. So to me, I'm assuming it's a repunched mint mark. But they both have it. And one of them obviously is not that hot. I don't know if that's a lamination error. It's also very interesting. I don't know what that is because one side is ultra clean, like if it was cleaned. And then the other side is ultra brown, like it's found. So I don't know what that means. So who knows? And if they are cleaning these, they really know how to clean their pennies, because when I use the copper cleaner or something like that, they come out super destroyed. So maybe they know what they're doing and I don't, which is very highly likely. Okay. So, I have to say that's got to be pretty close to what they're selling on eBay. You probably have to let them keep one here or there. You get a complainer, say, hey, here you go. Oh, it's not BU. Keep it, Shove it where the light don't shine. All right. So here's ours again. So another thing so if these are selling for $1.50, no, excuse me, if the singles are selling for $1.50 and the rolls are selling for $9, what does that mean for the ones we're finding in our penny roll hunts, right? Because I'm finding these on a well, I don't want to say a regular basis because that's not true. I find a really nice one like this every 2, 3, or 4 rolls. But what it does say is that these are probably gonna, and I don't know, I might even value these. Some of these might be even better than the ones we found. So let's call it $10 per tube. Brilliant uncirculated or brilliant circulate, whatever you want to call it. Copper pennies that we've been finding. So that's another $10. So for value, I mean, can't get not bad. $10 on 50 cents. I mean, for a hobby, I think that's pretty good. Okay, so these are becoming more and more scarce. How about if we put in any copper penny? 50 BU Lincoln cent. Let's just put 50 copper. Let's see. Maybe somebody else has them cheaper. I didn't bring it up to the screen unless I see something. No, they don't have any. See more results. Oh, okay, yeah, there we go. Let me buy it now only. I have to put roll in. I didn't put roll in. Roll. From original roll. That means it's 1. Here goes a roll. The lowest that they have on with watchers. Oh, that's 2021. That's not copper. I put copper, and that's 2021. Lincoln sent from original roll. Oh yeah, okay, all right. So now we'll hold on. So just in case you're like, oh yeah, but you looked at the 1973 that Denver. That's a very specific search parameter. Here we go. 651. Right. I didn't want to just put in BU cent because all the zincs are going to come up. And I just want to look up copper, right? Because coppers are they're worth almost 4 cents each as it is, right? So a copper roll circulate is worth $2 just in copper. You feel me? You understand what I'm saying? They're worth 4 cents a piece and there's 50 in a roll. They're worth a copper penny roll by putting your coppers to the side, you're making $1.50 on each roll just in copper value. Okay. So I didn't want to put in zincs because it's different, right? Zincs. See, so here you can get rolls of zincs for a little bit under $8, $7. You can get them for $7, but that's it, man. That's the lowest. This is, look at this. Where's it at? This is from a roll. 1. So it's 1. That's not for the whole roll. That's 1 from a roll. Imagine that. From a friggin' roll. Okay. $8 from a roll. 1 penny. This is 1 penny. Shield cents. We're looking for the lowest copper penny roll, bar none, on eBay. 2022 50s from a roll. 50s from a roll. 2022 82. You don't know what you're getting. Could be copper, could be zinc. 64 60 50 from original bags. Okay, here we go. Here we go. 850. That's right. 850, man. That's it. That's it. That's it. Shipping, free shipping, whatever, man. I mean, maybe this person, if they have multiples, you'll get the other ones for $1 or $2. Then you can get the subsequent ones for $6. Possibly, I'm talking out my butt because I don't know if he's got that. For all I know, he only has this one. 63. $8. No, $9. $9. Then it's up to 9 very quickly. So that's it, man. I'm gonna say by 2027, 10, 11, $12 for a copper penny roll. Maybe circulate condition. Maybe these really nice looking ones are gonna be $20. What I paid $4 for, I got 6 for 24. They're gonna be $24. All right. So what I'm gonna do is we're gonna end this video on that. Obviously, you saw I had some graded stuff on the counter. I'm going to that's going to be our next video. Okay, so I hope you enjoyed this one. It was a little bit different. I will do my short videos. Will be of we'll do 10 of these pennies from this penny roll, from one of these penny rolls, and I'll do shorts. That'll be plain Jane, but we'll see if we see any repunch mint marks on them. Okay, thank you. God bless, and I'll see you in the next one.